Okay, so this is going to kind of be, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of merging a couple of different topics. And so whenever I try and do that, it always kind of, I get sidetracked talking about one, but this to me has a few different things that all come together. But attention deficit, education, testing, communism, hidden programming, all of that stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff. So I don't even know if I can get it all into one thing. So I'm just gonna kind of start talking about it. For me, going to school in the 60s and 70s, I mean, they could have known about attention deficit. I think they definitely started picking up on some things with kids by then. Um, but I don't think that they completely knew or understood. But one of the things, being an attention deficit person is that, that's their label. That's what they've named it. And I'm sure we all have different things about it. But what I noticed about it is it's an ability to be in two places at once. And, if you've had that experience before, and that's the problem with school, it's hard to keep inside your body when you're in school, especially when you have somebody up there who's just talking and talking and talking. It's real easy, you meditate and just leave, and you're somewhere else. You're not there anymore. And then something happens, someone drops a book or something, and then all of a sudden you're back in the room and you're like, what is going on? What is he talking about? I have no idea. And everybody's closing their books and ready to go. And it's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So I didn't have great grades in school. It was a huge struggle. And, nobody was talking about it. Nobody was telling me what was wrong. I just thought maybe I'm retarded or something. I don't know. Um, I'm obviously just stupid. These other kids can make good grades. They can stay. And I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't, because when it's you think everyone is like you. You don't realize they are having a different experience in this room, right? So, I struggled hard, especially, there was no guidance. There was nobody telling me how to figure it out, how to, oh, tape the teacher, go back and listen to it later, focus on taking notes, highlight while they're talking, different things to keep yourself focused on them so that you don't leave the room mentally. And I think there's something to this gift, why they labeled it and started trying to catch it, and why they wanted to suppress it. And I think that it is nefarious. I think that, there's a lot of people coming into this planet with a lot of gifts. And we have controllers, and they are, they've got advanced, um, they've got advanced, transmissions or beings, or however you want to look at it. They are, like, you could kind of think it's almost like they are, I don't know that they're necessarily hybrids, but they could be from way back, like some of these families from the Rockefellers, Rothschild, these people that have hoarded all the wealth. But there's even a more secretive group than the Rockefellers, and those people just got, like, the banking system. They got a lot of different systems that they got to control and get rich off of. But there's other controllers. It goes way beyond. I mean, this whole planet is very controlled. And so I think there's something to this attention deficit thing. And then when they started, because when my daughter went to school, then they started catching it and saying, oh, she's got attention deficit. And they said that I had to medicate her or she couldn't be in school. And I was I don't remember if I was in school at the time or what was the deal. Or I know I had two small children when she had very first started school, or I had a baby, and then she had another. But anyway, she when she was in kindergarten and first grade, and they started being so mean to her and stuff, and there were so many kids that were being put on this medication. And see, the school was part of it. Like, you had to put them on medication, or they can't be in school. And if you don't have time to homeschool and you don't feel confident in your skills of homeschooling, and you know, what all options are there? If your kid has to have an education, I mean, if they don't have an education, their life is ruined, right? Isn't that what they have told us? Isn't that what they've sold us? And it's really crazy is, you know, education is, it's your responsibility. You know, the information's out there. We don't even need schools. I mean, we have libraries. We have endless places of knowledge and information. So many different ways to learn. I mean, basically, you know, back in the pioneer days when the farmers were working and the wives were working, and you know, everybody was working, and they had to, you know, they could find some old maid or something to come in and read or teach their kids how to read and write and do math. Because before that, it was always on the parents. I don't even know when they started completely organizing education. I'm not even sure. I'm sure it was in different places at different times and different structures and stuff. But they've definitely, you know, been trying to structure it. And first it was, you know, more of an elite thing. Only the best, the smartest, the richest got to have an education, which that'll drive anybody to want to get educated. But beyond those skills of reading, writing, and, you know, simple math, what else do you really need? I mean, it's kind of on you then, if you have an interest in something, to go out and learn about it. The whole thing is like something that they have sold to us. It's a paradigm, and it's to benefit them. Just like, for one thing, the medicine for attention deficit is to benefit them. It's all for big pharma. You have to put them on the medication. But I also think that there is something that they want to do to just stifle these people. Like, they're bringing something to the planet that they want to stifle and keep away. And there's just, I just feel like there's something to it. Even, you know, when I was a nurse, and they even started having the kids where they were oppositional defiant disorder. And those kids didn't want to be told anything, or have police or teachers or anything. And I think somehow they've started to, like, developing these things on purpose. This isn't by accident. They could make the education completely fit everybody in. It doesn't have to be where a kid should have to fit in. They know how to make it for everybody. And it shouldn't have to be that everybody has to have the same education. And there's just a lot of things about it that need to be broken up. And I think that there's a lot of people who have gifts that have been stifled with medications, and, you know, they are going to have to learn about themselves, and they're going to have to trust to get off of medication. Some people become dependent on them, just like these people who have become dependent on doing this across their face with a piece of cloth or whatever. It's like a safety net. It's like you know, having a little baby that's got to have that little blankie. Is something, it's their safety net. Is to make them feel better. It's to make them feel safe and secure. Because this little thing isn't doing shit. It's making people sick. And, you know, that's the big thing with all these people who are right now. But people have to recognize their own sovereignty, their own rights as human beings. Um, we have rights. This is our planet. This isn't the whoever is coming and trying to tell us we are the natural beings of this planet, the earthlings, the human beings. And anyone else coming here and trying to control and enslave us and then try and sell us back, you know, sell us property, make us have to work for it, sell us water, sell us air, sell us power, sell us energy, all that stuff. They don't have the right to do that. They've decided on that for themselves, and it's against it's crimes against humanity, and a lot of people are about to pay a big price for it.